A list of sensitive subject matter has been included in the episode description. Two men flank a chessboard in the office of Old Scratch Capital's managing partner. Oil lamps flick light across brandy snifters and patinaed leather. The man left of the board is an angel, tall and wiry and anxious. As far as he is concerned, the man across from him is the devil himself. And so he keeps his eyes fixed on his bowler hat, which rests beside the board.
I didn't think nothing of it until I got wind of their expedition. I reckon it was just some feud between Johnson and the Osprey boy. They used to run together, I gather. And frankly, I was just glad to get away with my hiding tact, but I know your office is always on the lookout for new parties, so as soon as I heard tell of their intentions, I come a-calling in the hopes that some good might come of this whole debacle.
And you're sure that the one with the gun was an Osprey as well?
Now that's a queer thing, isn't it? Every soul in Basin City knows the Ospreys ain't got but the one boy. But we checked the register there at the inn, you understand, and 'tweren't no mistake. Arianna, Floridia, Osprey, I. Same as the wife, I reckon. I figure she must be the ma.
We see a glint in the golden eye of the second man.
I was right then. She does have the gun. Sir?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all, my fine feathered friend. Nothing at all. You've done well bringing me this. I'm sure this new adventuring party will be worth watching very closely. DeVue downs the last of his brandy, stands, and gestures to dismiss his guest. The meeting is over. The angel nods and rises to his feet, but as he does, a phosphorescent flash goes up across the room. A stack of papers has spontaneously combust. Spurred by the sudden smell of sulfur, DeVue flies to his desk. To his amazement, the contracts themselves are not burning. Instead, white tongues of flame lick clean a very specific clause. Retention of magic items. What? No. He raises the page in disbelief. It can't be. I wove these contracts myself. They're bulletproof. Heedless of his words, the fire obliterates the clause. Thus amended, a signature appears. Arianna Floridia Osprey II. How long did you say you waited to bring this to me?
About 2 weeks, sir. Like I said, I did not figure it to be worth your time until...
His final words end in a snap, which drives him dead back into his chair. Worthless wretch. Fine. So the girl has the gun and is cleverer than I wagered. No matter. Now that I have her signature... DeVue waves his hand over the contract and rips Flo's name off the page. He dangles it, like a puppet string, across the room. Then, with a snap of his wrist, he binds it to a pawn. With another, he reels her into his grasp. I can simply have her bring the gun to me. Hello, one and all, and welcome to the final episode of Unbalanced Encounters, the Misfortunate Four, the only show that dares to ask, what if every deal you made was with the devil? I'm your host, Patrick Perini, and for the last time in this arc, say hi, Emily Graymore.
Hello.
Craig Pate.
That's me.
Cinderblock Sally.
Salutations.
And Caustic Phoenix.
Well, hi there.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
face.
Good. All right, yeah, that'll make sense on video and not in this audio podcast in any way.
I think we can envision how Cinder was moving.
I need everyone to get in their mind's eye and just envision the most wiggly mouth that you could possibly envision.
Ooh. Glad.
That's what they used to call me in college.
Wiggly mouth. That
really upset Craig.
Nice, good old wiggly mouth coming over.
We'll take it.
I feel like this is the kind of name that you get stuck with at British universities specifically. Like,
Only in Oxford.
seen wiggly mouth.
only in Oxford.
There's no little wiggly mouth.
Which, let's be honest, that's actually about as fucking far as you can get from where we are currently. I feel like Oxford and this pit of a cavern in a dragon's den, polar opposites.
Yes.
A little.
Emily, I need you to lock it in and go with me on this fucking segue. I need to start the show.
No,
This
no,
dragon
you
could
can
be
see it.
scholarly. We don't know.
Listen,
Let's
hoarding
keep an
wealth
open
from
mind.
other countries, exactly Oxford. It's absolutely
Stop
fine.
poking holes in my fucking segue. I need to start the show.
I'm saying it is correct because they hoard things.
Other people's stuff. Totally
God.
other people's
It's-
stuff.
You heard it here
checking.
first, folks. The British are
didn't.
dragons.
Not
no,
We
of
actually
course
are.
not.
We actually are, yeah.
You did not hear that here first. It's been said multiple times.
The British
throughout
Museum is just
history.
one
Craig,
giant
we got to
dragon.
take credit for things that aren't ours, like the British.
Yay.
In our last episode, we delved into a stolen mansion that was being used as the den of the dragon itself. And in it, we learned many things. We learned that Flo's mother's maiden name is DeVue, a fact that connects her suspiciously to Old Scratch Capital. We learned that Weevil is the subject of a Fae prophecy. We learned that the gun really wanted something in the library of the mansion. We learned that Rip had been manipulating Cal from the start, and that Ramshackle has already lost one party to this dragon. And we learned that John Johnson is really fucking dense. And last but not least, we learned that Rip Durkin is the goddamn Great Worm. The dragon of the mountain, the fabled thief who stole half the world's wealth and then was duped into protecting it for all eternity by a fucking contract with the fate's damned devil. Things popped off right about there. Cal turned on the dragon, Odion turned on John Johnson. Weevil didn't quite know where to turn, tossing support in every direction. Then began the downpour. As the dragon grew more incensed, so too did the rain, flooding the swamp just beyond the mansion's walls. Climbing up from the mud, Cal charged the beast, and in a stunning display of unbridled moose-like stubbornness, she managed to topple a gigantic, ancient dragon. And at that precise moment, Flo's gun found its mark. An iron safe containing a single piece of paper. And we begin on the next turn in initiative, in the middle of our second round, with Odion. You are currently standing off with John Johnson and his party. His party seems to have no great allegiance to the man outside of the fact that he's a damn good meal ticket, but they are in your way nevertheless. Outside these walls is a dragon threatening to tear this place apart, which currently has you charmed. What do?
Shockingly, words that Odion spoke himself immediately come to mind as he hears his companions fighting the beast outside. Leaders are supposed to help pick their fellows up and not hinder them. And in that moment, he's this close to dealing with John Johnson. He releases his grasp on him. Points the pike at him as well as the rest of his crew. My friends and I are going to deal with this issue. And when we're done, and we return to Basin City as the greatest heroes that the city has ever seen, you better not be near a mile near Basin City ever again. John Johnson.
You really gonna fight this thing? Yeah. You're really gonna fight this fate's damn dragon? I knew you were green, but I didn't think you were quite this stupid. All right, you want to stay down here and kill yourself for some glory? Be my guest. And he's gonna take, I think, one very cautious step back. No action economy on any of that. You've got movement, bonus, whatever you want.
I'm gonna take the direct route towards the closest to the dragon, so gonna meet up with Ramshackle, use my movement to get there.
Done.
I would like to give the help action. I will do it in a form of dance. No, I'm kidding. Odion
These
will look
moves
towards,
are killer.
Right? Odion will look towards Ramshackle. We'll deal with things together. But there's got to be a different way to deal with this. But he will give Ramshackle the help action in the idea of defending.
Got it.
Or safety.
Sure. So if he has to roll a saving throw or something like that.
Yes, that is where my help action goes, not towards
No
attacks.
problem. No problem. As you close with Ramshackle, you see that he does not react as you sort of close with him. As a matter of fact, he doesn't acknowledge you until you sort of put a hand on his shoulder to get his attention. And then he turns, and you see that his glasses have been busted up pretty badly. Odion, is that you?
Damn humans. Yes,
We're in this together.
I'm over here.
Oh, this way. Okay. Yeah, we're in this together.
Right.
We take this thing out. We reap the glory.
Right, glory.
And with that, it is the dragon's turn. Cal, you see this dragon thrashing on the ground in the range.
Alright. Okay. You all want to play together. You all want to play nice. Fine.
And he puts a clawed foot in the mud, pushes himself up, uses half his movement to rise to his full height.
Osprey, you want to work with this man? You want to collaborate with someone who would see an entire party fall before him for no other reason than to say he bested me? He's using you. He's using all of you. And if you want to die with him, fine.
I need dexterity saving throws
Oh my.
from Odion, Ramshackle. That's it, actually. Everybody else, and Adolin from John Johnson's party, everybody else is outside of this breath weapon. And I'm going to go ahead and roll for Adolin. Adolin succeeds.
Odion rolled a 9.
Odion, you are going to take the full brunt
Got it.
of this geyser of water. A torrent that fills the hole left by the dragon's horn, blasting through what is left of the front of this mansion. And you are going to take, woof,
Oh no.
57 damage.
What?
35 bludgeoning, and 22 cold. I believe you could theoretically put a reaction toward that.
I could.
Is he just like dead now?
But it being split what makes it confusing.
You could half the damage from the cold.
Yeah. But even that, I think I'd still go down.
Well, the first thing that we see is that Adolin jumps out of the way. It does not matter. They are caught by the ankle in this torrent of water, whipped into the jet, slammed against the wall, and we all hear their necks snap. Adolin is fully dead.
Damn.
Girl.
Ramshackle breaks his leg as Odion shoves him out of the way. Odion, you shove him so hard that he fractures his leg and collapses into a heap beside you.
So here's the thing, GM.
Yep.
It says, and I will read it word for word.
Yeah,
Sorry,
hit me.
We have to do the crunchy stuff. For last stand, when you take damage that would reduce your hit points less than half of your hit points, which this will,
Yep.
you can use your reaction to spin hit dice up to a number equal to your PB.
You absolutely can. You could spend, I believe, up to
PB. Three, yeah.
3d10.
Ooh.
I'm at 31 right now.
So you're at 31. So 31, let me do some math. Jesus fuck. 55 minus 31 is 24. You would have to roll more than 24 to stay up on 3d10. Doable.
Does he regain hit points the same way that he would during a short rest? Does he add his con modifier to each of those dice rolls?
I do.
Oh, then you would, then what do we knock off of that? We knock off 12 off of
4.
that?
Yeah, so 12.
So 12.
that's
You have to roll a 12
doable,
on
baby.
3d10.
Do
It's
it.
totally
All
Do
right,
doable.
it.
Do it. Have some hope.
I am gonna. Here's what I'm gonna say. Here's what I'm
Good
gonna
job.
say. We're gonna do some dice games on this. I want you to roll them for me one at a time.
You got it.
Ooh, add to the drama.
Okay.
I have a fucking heart attack.
7.
Okay.
Okay. Odion, you feel the water hit you in the chest, pushing all of the air out of your lungs. And your arm that was outstretched to shove Ramshackle back contorts and is ripped behind you, and you feel it pop out of socket. And you sink in and try to hold your ground. Please give me one more.
Come on. 9.
Oh, nice.
I think that does
Nice.
That's really good. That's the second best.
That's the
That's
second
16.
best.
That's 16. You've reduced the amount of damage to the point where you are going to stay up. My question for you in this moment is, how does Odion react to this torrent of water? Are you letting yourself get swept away, or are you trying to stand your ground?
Where's Cal?
Outside. The water would push you further away from Cal.
Yeah, his employee is facing a dragon by themselves. He needs to stay here. So he stabs with the second one. He stabs the pike into the ground.
Please go ahead and roll the final time.
You got it.
Odion is the manager that we all aspire to have.
Truly. And the last one's an 8.
Odion, you feel your feet give way in this geyser of water, and you let yourself flow, holding fast to the spear in the ground, and we see you just floating in this column of water, the cold creeping into your bones, and you are overcome with a definitive resolve that you have not yet known in your life. Every moment that you have had to steel yourself for to this point has been to kill. In this moment, you are steeling yourself to save. And you hear the words of your mentor, Vasher Hotzin, in your head. Fight to live. I believe you should have 12 hit points remaining.
Okay. Phew.
I feel like Weevil sees Odion get blasted by this massive breath attack, and it's slamming everybody back, and him slowly like standing through it. It's like, "You're doing it, Peter."
Oh my god.
Why did you do
No. Yeah, all right.
Stays in.
Fantastic. Okay, so that was boss action. We are going to get...
Am I still charmed?
You are, in fact, still
Damn
charmed.
it! I didn't knock out
You are,
the
in fact,
charm.
still charmed.
Ridiculous.
The room that you guys are in is now difficult terrain as it is completely flooded. John Johnson is going to fully run away.
God damn numbnuts. Okay.
Brave Sir Robin, brave Sir Robin.
You all look like you've got this well under control. I do hope I get to see you again. And he is going to... That's a nat 20 on an athletics check. Get the fuck out
He
of
just
Dodge.
cartwheels
As
out
he
the
says
room.
that,
Yeah,
as he says, I hope to see you all again.
yeah,
Odion turns around, just covered in frost,
yeah.
looks him dead in the eyes. You better hope you don't.
Ooh.
He's going to run away. And he is going to be joined by the rest of his party, which thins this initiative herd considerably. And now it is over to Ramshackle. Ramshackle shuffles to his feet, takes a moment to sort of orient himself. Odion, where is he? I cannot see. Tell me where to fire, lad.
Can we all hear this?
You can. Cal cannot.
Okay.
Flo can too.
Oh, okay.
I will yell. Hearing that, I'll look to Ramshackle, seeing his goggles smashed. Hold your shot. Wait for my signal.
All right, lad. That I can do. And he is going to cock his revolver, ready in action. And it brings us back to the top of initiative. Weevil.
I'm going to point at Cal's hammer, and I'm going to cast light on it.
Ooh.
Massive.
I mean, this looks pretty cool
Patrick's
now.
so upset.
Weevil's wand, massive, if you were wondering. If you were wondering, podcast listeners, Weevil's wand, massive.
You can see the dragon.
Let's move forward.
You know who else can see the dragon? Ramshackle.
No, he can't.
He's blind.
Oh, fuck. Okay, wait. And then I guess, I'm gonna yell to Ramshackle, 30 degrees north, 20 degrees east.
He's going to take the shot. He's got a +4 to hit here. That's good. That's a 22. That is a fucking 22. 22 does, in fact, hit. Yes. So he's going to go ahead and deal 13 points of damage to the dragon. And you all see this revolver go off. Ball of fire whipping through the light off of Cal's hammer, burning at this goat face. Weevil. You got any bonus for us?
I'm gonna look at Cal and bonus action, help action to Cal.
Cal, you get that help action. It's your turn.
We're gonna need it, I imagine. So Cal's here feeling the closest to Rip Durkin. Does it go by a different name? I feel like now in its cool mode, it doesn't just go by Rip.
You guys have actually heard the name used by the kobolds. It's Ripthorn.
Okay.
The originality of this dragon is just
Yeah.
unbound.
Cal's gonna look at this being in front of her, and she's going to kind of see her friends behind her and kind of pull in some energy, especially seeing Odion take that hit. And she's going to dip her hands into that water and cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Ooh.
As it lights up, kind of casting green lighted roots that travel across just the top of this water to hit him. And so it will on a hit. So I will need to make a hit for this attack.
Yeah, ranged spell attack.
Damn.
22.
That hits. A 22
Yes.
hits.
Thank
and
you.
there's no
Good.
immediate save. There's no immediate save. The target deals half damage with weapon attacks, which most of its attacks are natural weapons, that use strength until the spell ends. So most of this thing's attacks have just been halved. It gets a con save at the end of each of its turns.
That's very useful. Holy
That's
shit.
incredible.
Well done.
She stands there looking back at her friends, not at the beast in front of her. Specifically at Odion. We can do this, right?
What are our options? Then he kind of smiles.
As these sort of tendrils of greenery wrap themselves up and into the veins of this dragon, you see that it actually kind of sinks to one knee.
Don't you get it? Don't you understand? Cal of Ironwater, if you kill me, the man who wants to take your house wins. He tricked me. That contract that I signed with him, it doesn't end if I die. He gets me. Do you understand?
Keeping her warhammer in hand, she'll let the anvil part slam into the water. Then make us a deal.
That's so fucking hard. Holy shit.
I love it.
We're going to do that on his turn. Cal, that is going to go ahead and be the end of your turn. And we are going to go to Flo. Flo, you see sort of everything that's happening, right? Mm-hmm. You see Ramshackle kind of take the shot. You see the light go up on Cal's hammer. You see the dragon for sort of the first time through this torrent of rain. You see all of what's happening, and the gun doesn't give a fuck. The gun is leveled at the piece of paper in the safe.
Her shoulder is in huge amounts of pain because it was wrenched as she was pulled into this sort of side room off of the foyer. And she's very aware. She heard the water geyser, the breath, all the things happening behind her. But the pain in her arm and the shaking, very opinionated gun at the end of it is capturing all of her attention. Can I, almost like you're trying to get something that a cat has hold of and you're just trying to get in and hope that it doesn't attack you. So she's kind of reaching around with her other hand into the safe just to see if the gun reacts. And she's going to...
Your finger tenses on the trigger involuntarily.
Ooh. It's okay. I just want to read it. And she's going to kind of lift it very carefully and gently and just hold it up so she can see what it is.
As your fingers graze the edge, you vanish. Weevil, you are the only one who can see this. She is gone.
Tie.
I just did a Bilbo, y'all. Oh, I'm laughing now because I know it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I think we embody your point of view for a moment. We sort of get that kind of classic bleary, blinking awake and things shifting into focus perspective as you find yourself in an office. Bookshelves lining every wall. You feel beneath you that you are in a leather chair, a nice leather chair. You are sort of in front of a little coffee table that has a chessboard set up on it. And as you really start to focus in, you see that the pieces are carved in ways that are familiar to you, the opposing king being the most visibly a dragon. And then you sort of lull your head back and you see a man who is dressed in a modest vest with a bolo tie. He has brilliant white sort of
hair that's been shaved very close at the sides, wiry and slicked back. And he is putting the gun in a glass case on the far side of the room.
Hey, I think you'll find that's mine. You can't just take it and put it in a case. And she's going to try and get up off the chair.
As you try to stand, you feel yourself restrained. And as you glance down, and only when you glance down, do you see that you are bound by magic. You are bound by ties made of glyphs. And it takes you a beat. You are not proficient in Arcana, but you do recognize what the glyphs say. Arianna, Floridia, Osprey, the second. Somehow you have been bound to this space with your name.
Get! I will not accept the irony of being locked down by my own name. Who the hell are you?
It is rather poetic, isn't it? And this man puts the gun in the case, closes it, locks it. Turns around and you see he makes eye contact with you with his gleaming golden eyes. Apologies for not introducing myself. My name is Montaigne DeVue. And believe it or not, I am your grandfather.
Uh-huh. Is it customary to restrain granddaughters where you come from?
Oh, Lord, I did not expect you to have inherited your mother's sense of humor.
And I thought I was going to be most offended by being tied up. How dare you?
Forgive me. But you had something of mine trained on something I need to protect. I recommend you make yourself comfortable. You are going to be here for the duration. You're welcome to observe if you would like. And he takes the seat opposite you and sits down at the chessboard and moves a piece that you see has an animated shadow that moves independently of it toward the dragon. Weevil, you're going to have advantage on everything on your next turn.
Interesting.
Well, if I'm here for a while, why don't I play as well? You could teach me how to play, Granddad. And she's going to blink, flutter her eyelids.
Darling, I have been on this planet for longer than you can conceive. You have potential. But you will not win me over with flattery.
Oh, I wasn't trying to flatter you. I just wanted you to know that I'm more than I seem.
Oh, believe me, I know. I have been trying to ascertain whether or not you have my gun for quite some time. As a matter of fact, it was only when your friend there let me know that you in fact did, and your name showed up on your employment contract, that I was able to start weaving my webs. And you look to your left, and you see that in the chair immediately next to you is a body. It is an angelic body, and there's a bowler hat on the table in front of it.
Oh, I was wondering what that smell was. Does he have to be in here?
I've not yet had time to dispose of him properly. You all have put me a bit on the back foot. However, the board is set in my favor now. So long as no one gets to that contract, I win either way.
Sorry, forgive me. This is a lot to take in. I assume the whole making a contract with the devil thing is what's happening here?
When you put it that way, it does have a rather poetic ring to it.
So, if the other tales of the devil are true, let's wager. Surely you can't resist a wager.
Darling, I think you have me confused for someone who does not rig the system to win every time.
Listen, the house always wins. I get it. I've been in a lot of casinos. I've lost a lot of money. But if I'm stuck here anyway, may as well have some fun, right? Right? Let's play a game of chess. If I win, you release me and I get my gun back. My gun back. If I lose, you get whatever you want. What do you always get? Blah, blah, blah. If you think that you're destined to win and there's nothing I can do, then what's the harm? It'll just pass the time a little.
If you win, you get the gun back. If I win, you walk away from it forever.
I mean, fine. It's caused me nothing but trouble, so win-win.
And you bring me the witch boy.
No. No. See, when I make deals about myself. I don't include other people.
How wonderfully noble of you.
Well, someone in this family has to be noble, don't they?
No.
So you want Weevil?
He and I need to have a nice long conversation about his future.
Is it just a conversation?
That depends entirely on him.
But my part of the bargain. If I lose, you just want a conversation.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Is it a deal?
Deal.
Your name kind of clones itself off of your chains and mingles in the air with his and snaps. And you see from across the room, your grandfather's back is now turned to the gun. You see the gun start to freak the fuck out in this class. And that is where we're going to end your turn.
I'm sorry, Weevil.
No. Honestly, when my term comes around, I need to ask you, Emily, a very meta question.
Okay.
Because of what just happened.
Okay.
Before I can decide what I'm going to do. But I think it's a while till my turn. Now I'm just literally sitting at the edge of my seat until then. Fuck you, I have to
All
wait.
right. We're over to Odion.
Oh, joy. Oh, joy. I'm still charmed. I guess I'll help ramshackle up.
Have we is there a way that he can break this charm?
You got to bait out a legendary resistance.
A legendary
effectively.
resistance, which, yeah, we haven't done, so I just stay charmed. Man, I'm feeling the name fighter today. Okay,
Yeah, it was rough to charm the fighter, huh?
I will look to Ramshackle, and we can see the dragon, so I can see Cal, and I notice Cal can't hear because of the rain, but I noticed...
You can hear the dragon. He's pretty fucking loud. So when he was saying, if I die, the devil still gets me, you heard all of that.
Mm-hmm. I think the thing that makes his ears perk up the most are when he hears, "Let's make a deal then."
Yeah.
And as Ramshackle has his gun up to try and shoot again, pointing just at the sky and not at the dragon at all, I think Odion will place a hand on the gun. Wait. I think Cal has a solution.
What do you mean Cal has a solution? There is but one solution. The beast is the prize.
I think there's more to this story than what you hope to be the end, Ramshackle.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check. You are trying to beat a...
It's a 5.
Okay, 20. It was a dirty 20 in the end.
I'll take my luck, thank you, sir.
Take your luck point. You say there's more to this story than Ramshackle is acknowledging, and he reaches out, kind of groping in the dark, and eventually grabs your shoulder. Now look at me, son. I have come too close, too often, to let this varmint get away from me today.
I don't care what else is in this story. He dies gloriously by our hand. Now, are you with me? Because I want you to be with me, son.
So staying in the past means not giving the future a chance. And he will, I'm still giving him the help action on his saves.
Yeah.
So he will just start lifting him up.
Okay, hell yeah. Incredible. Go ahead and take a luck point for that as well. I really like that. That's really fucking good. We are back to the dragon.
What have I got? What have I got to offer? I can't give you the gold. If I lose the horde, then he gets me that way. I can't leave for fear of death, because then he gets me that way. 1,000 years I've been trapped down here. You want a deal? You want a fate's damn deal? You tell me what you want!
And he is going to rip the top floor off of the mansion using his third boss action.
Cool.
Holy shit.
I need everyone who is still inside the mansion to make me a dex saving throw. We're going to give Ramshackle.
I'm in the mansion?
Yes, you are.
Good luck.
We're going to give
damn
Ramshackle
it.
advantage off on this dex save.
Am
That
I-
is a nat 20 off of him.
Oh, he's good.
Damn.
Listen, old people, old dogs, still quick. Am I genuinely
That
don't.
goes, right?
Am I in the mansion or no?
You're in the mansion. Everyone is in the mansion at the moment, except for Flum. So yeah, I'm gonna need
I
that.
thought Cal was outside.
Cal's
Yeah.
Cal is outside.
Cal's
Cal's
outside,
outside.
yeah.
So it's just Odion, Ramshackle, and Weevil.
All right.
Boys.
And Nicholas, I guess.
Nicholas is not in the ground. He can just. But I got an 18.
You succeed.
I'm using. Shit, I wish I would have said that faster, but I am using my luck to push it to a. I got a 14, 15, so I got 5 luck. I'm using all of it.
You're pushing to 20?
That's what I was going to do, yeah. So
Okay, so you push it to 20, 18, good. Let's go ahead and roll for Nicholas.
Oh no.
He probably has advantage on these, right? Because he's so
fine.
little
Come
and
on,
quick.
Who
Nicholas.
is Nicholas?
He's
with?
agile.
Oh wait, Nicholas flies. He's
Yeah,
That's what I
I'm
mean.
gonna
He's not
say-
on the ground.
Yeah, he's. This is a. Okay, so this is honestly nothing. None of you are knocked prone. That was what the save was for.
Great.
Uh,
Fine.
so, you guys all feel just like everything shake tremendously as the roof of this building, the second floor of this building, is ripped off like a tin can and just chucked into the hurricane happening outside. Now you are all affected by the rain. You are all effectively heavily obscured.
So I cancel everything out?
Funnily enough, because you have illuminated the dragon and can now spot the dragon, this is only beneficial to you all, except for the fact that everywhere in this house is now difficult terrain. So, something to keep in mind, I guess. But that's the funny how that worked out. That's the third boss action. God, I don't think he's gonna attack because Cal's got him kind of in this conversation.
I mean, that's fine if he doesn't attack this turn. I don't think anyone's going to mind that.
He can have his little
You know?
tantrum.
Not
It's cool.
complaining.
But I will say, Cal, the summary benefit of dragging him into this conversation is that he is going to forgo all 3 of his attacks.
Wow.
Okay.
Cool.
That's
You know what?
big,
That's a
big,
worthy
big.
payoff.
That's massive.
Yes.
I got to roll to see if Ramshackle's gun does not reload. So he is going to. He's like hoisted up by Odion, and he's sort of disoriented. He can't really see. He's going to kind of grab around your shoulders, sort of awkwardly. Sit me down, son. We could do this. We could end this right here and right now. You just gotta believe. And he's gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds
Oh.
for 5 points of healing. We are back to the top of initiative with Weevil.
Okay, I am going to charge through the mud and the debris of the broken house, get to where Flo disappeared, reach down expecting to be teleported when I touch the contract and reach down and grab the contract.
You physically cannot grab the contract. As your fingers start to graze it, you are rebuffed. As a matter of fact, go ahead and make me a dex save, please.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's got like a little force field.
That's a 14.
Ooh.
You stumble back 5 feet, but you are not knocked prone.
I'm going to look at my shadow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I don't exactly know how this works, but I need to get my party member back from whatever just pulled her, and I can't do magic that powerful right now. And then I'm going to look at the shadow grannies. I don't know if you can see me, but please help my friend. And then I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Misty Step, and I am going to think in my brain, I'm going to go like into the ink of the contract. I know that doesn't make any sense. I know it's probably not going to work, and Weevil's just counting on like, oh, well, darkness be with me. Grannies, please help. Maybe you can make my Misty Step a little bit stronger. And I'm going to cast Misty Step and try to enter into or use the contract or
like
focus the contract as the direction I want to travel.
Sure.
As it's sort of like flittering, I'm just going to say a little bit more quietly. She's one of the first friends I ever made.
Oh, stop it! Oh, Flo just feels a little like she sees your chest piece like just shaking a little bit on the board like. Brr.
I need you to please roll me. This is going to be an incredibly high Arcana check, and I want to set the stakes here.
Okay.
What you're doing is you're rolling an Arcana check to be able to physically reach your grannies, and because you're not asleep, it has to be Myrtle. You have to, in this way, somehow fulfill a portion of prophecy that back injects
Oh shit!
this plea into something she would have seen in the past. This is time fuckery magic that you're doing here.
You're doing the grandfather paradox of prophecy.
The
right
DC
now.
is going to be a 25.
25? Oh shit!
There's this flash in Weevil's head of all of the times his grannies have been catering him in this direction, maybe with a little bit of hindsight now that he knows there's a prophecy tied. Maybe all those little bits and pieces of them teaching him specific aspects of magic in specific directions meant something. But what he thinks about in those moments is not what they were trying to teach him in terms of the goals, but that this was always a way to get to that place of having a party. He might not be able to have a coven, but he would have something. Oh boy. That's pretty good. Okay, so I have a plus 11 to my Arcana.
Yep.
I rolled an 11, which is 22.
22.
I have 4 luck points, so I can bust it up. And I'm going to use, bust it up to a 25, baby.
Yeah.
25. For a moment, your shadow vanishes. And you feel all of the magic that you have been wielding on this adventure drain from your possession. And in that moment, I think you realize that that's what that was. Your relationship to this shadow is one of bondage. And you have willfully divested yourself of that for this moment to slightly alter the course of history. And you hear in your head a voice telling you that as you sort of rip through the shadows of your misty step, that you need to push just a little further. That your grannies, specifically Myrtle, put something into the seal that binds your shadow to help you in this moment. You are going to be able to teleport into this office. You are going to be able to teleport into a demiplane constructed by and controlled by the devil himself.
I look at this blind old man screaming about how killing the dragon is everything in the crackle of energy around me, and I push through.
Holy fuck, what a turn. And we are going to go ahead and move to Cal.
Woo!
Cal lets go of her warhammer, like releasing her hand from the handle, and puts her hand out in this. Well, maybe it's not gold you need, but maybe a friend. Maybe we build our own army, our own group. They've been playing us, keeping us separated. Maybe a little bit more of us together might be able to do something.
2 massive wings sink into the mud as the dragon levels itself at you.
In 1,000 years, not one of you has offered to come to my aid.
Well, in all fairness, I'm not really much of an adventurer. This was my first time doing it, so it doesn't really count. It's not like anyone came to my help. These 17 years I've been alive.
I cannot move against the devil. It's in the damn contract. I cannot willfully hurt him. But you can. You can move against him.
I'd be willing.
And if you find a way to break that contract, then I'd be free.
But what's in it for us? I'm not good at this whole contract thing, but normally there's a deal for somebody in it.
It's fair, cop. How about I let you live?
Well, I could say the same to you, so that doesn't seem like much of a deal right now. I'm here offering my hand out. You better offer something worthy in return.
Go ahead and make me, I genuinely think an intimidation check.
This is the sound of a girl who's learnt her self-worth. All right, this is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, intimidation is -2.
Yeah. You are trying to beat a 23.
Can I suggest that she gets advantage because she just knocked him the fuck over?
She's trying to beat a 23. What's
Listen,
advantage going to do?
It might help a little.
Luck, I guess, theoretically. Yeah, you can go ahead and take advantage. Fine.
Theoretically. Okay, so the first one's an 11, so let's see if we can
We
get
just need a
better
nat
from
20.
there.
Come on.
Doing great.
It's a 9.
No.
The effort was there. But let's, like, Cal, you can see in this, she makes that pitch, but her hands, as she holds it out, it's shaking.
Yeah.
She's nervous. She doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't dabble in contracts.
You do not get an immediate response, but you see that you have kind of set him off again with this assertion that you have any leverage in this situation at all. You are not going to get a deal done with this dragon on this turn.
She notices her hand shaking and she quickly pulls it back. You know what? You think upon it. And she'll turn around and begin to walk back towards that broken mansion, back towards Ramshackle, where she'll grab her warhammer on that way and just kind of drag it along through this water, it lighting up behind her. Is that still going on, I assume?
I believe Odion and Weevil, you guys lose the dragon as Cal slinks away with the light. The dragon sees you walking away, lets you walk away, and is, I think, a little conflicted. This is genuinely the first time that anyone has suggested an alliance. The first time that anyone has taken the time to understand the predicament that he is in. And then he hears the click of Ramshackle's gun, and he is going to turn to where Odion and Ramshackle are. I need dex saves from both of you.
13.
Okay. You are going to take 14 bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Okay, I'm gonna use last stand again.
Okay.
Okay, that is a 7 and a 10 plus 8. So,
25.
thank you. I actually ended up with more health.
Yeah,
Nice.
25 minus 14 is you gained 11 hit points. But you do go prone into the water.
Got it.
And then he is going to try to bite Ramshackle. And you all see the dragon's horn punch through this wall, sending Odion and Ramshackle flying. Retreat back. And this buck-tusked muzzle jam itself into the hole left by the horn. And Ramshackle, blind and desperate, clamoring around in the mud, does not see it coming when the jaws close around him and rip him from the wall into the rain.
Good evening, Basin City. For the last time, I am your news correspondent, Ferrin IV. I love Basin City. I am the 5th generation of my family born here and the 4th of my name. My parents and grandparents lived here, worked here, and started our reporting of news business. It was always my dream to carry on our family legacy and bring important news to you, my fellow citizens. When my mother retired, I took up her pen and her mantle, in the hopes of exposing injustice and fraud, holding the powerful to account, and bringing hope to the downtrodden. Sadly, in our current city, this has become untenable. My funding, provided by Old Scratch Capital and the John Johnson, among others, has been pulled due to my recent reporting on the monstrous harvest. I have been told in no uncertain terms that my office and its equipment will be seized imminently, and if I myself am on the premises, I will be arrested. I do not accept this, nor should you. While the powers that be may intend to seize some of my things, I intend to remain in my capacity as your reporter, but now at large, with the freedom to pursue the stories and truths that matter, unfettered by politics or funding. You will be hearing from me again and soon, perhaps in just an unfamiliar way. Good night, Basin City, until we meet again. This is Ferrin IV signing off, for now.
Hi, friends. It's Patrick, your GM, your actual literal best friend, your Huckleberry, and I'm here for your gold. Stick 'em up. No, but actually, you know that we are not in the business of shoving irrelevant ads down your throat. And so this show is really made possible by your direct support. When you back us on our website, unbalancedercounters.com, 100% of your membership goes to keeping the lights on in our studio. Should you decide to grace us with your filthy capital, you shall be indicted into an elite legion, and the benefits of membership are many and varied. You get our original soundtrack from all of our shows, including our 80-episode epic Rally. You get to name NPCs. You get access to new episodes 2 weeks early, discounts on merch in our merch shop, and even an early access copy of Waste and Wild, the Tales of the Valiant setting book designed by me, Cinder, and Rift Kid Games, containing rules for Flo's Class the Godslinger, racing minecarts, and so much more. So mosey on over to unbalancedercounters.com and give us your gold or fingernails or whatever currency is deemed appropriate in your cosmology. You all have just seen Ramshackle get snapped up by Ripthorn the dragon, and he is pulled out and into the maelstrom, taking a huge amount of damage as these tusks sort of sink into his broken leg. And Odion in particular hears the dragon snarl.
Why should I trust you? Why should I trust any of you? The second my back is turned, you're gonna take what's left of mine. And then I'll lose everything.
And he is going to use his final boss move. I need dex saves from just Cal and Odion at this point. Cal, as you've sort of crossed the threshold into the space.
Fair. It's a 5.
Okay.
If I apply my lux, I don't think that's going to do enough anyway, so...
18.
Okay. 18 succeeds. Odion, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and Cal, you take 14. As the maelstrom inside of the sort of opened mansion starts to whip in a funnel, and gold is carried on the wind, beating into you. You can repeat this save at the top of your turns. Cal, your necklace is going off,
Yeah.
right?
They're everywhere. Like, no shit, thank you. You're so helpful right now.
If Flo was there, she'd be raving.
Oh, I need a save from Nicholas as well on this one, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I don't have his sheet up, but I'll just roll at least a 15 for him.
You rolled a 15? Okay, that's 7 points of damage, which I think knocks him down. So Nicholas takes a little chunk of emerald to the head. And as you're kind of cresting into this space, you're like walking through the hole in the wall into this atrium. You see Nicholas, when the roof came up, like took to wing to try to come find you, makes eye contact, beelines in your direction, gets knocked upside the head, and clatters to the ground at your feet unconscious. I'm going to need you to start making death saving throws for him on your turn. You are a cleric. There are things, you have tools to do something about this.
I know how to do bird CPR.
Odion, it's your turn.
The last spot he saw rip, Odion's going to start heading in that direction.
It's outside the mansion. You're going to leave?
Yep.
Okay. You're just slogging through this muck and mire.
Bonus action, I jump
Okay.
because of the shoes.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You're trying to jump to him?
Yeah. Shouting out into the wind. What's next? You kill Ramshackle. You killed Adolin. Those kobolds that were trying to protect you are gone. And if you think the John Johnson left without his share of your gold, you've got another thing coming. My companion tried to do the right thing and assist you. And you lashed out like a child. 1,000-year-old child who doesn't know how to make the right decisions for themselves.
Could you please make me a persuasion check? You're going to make this using wisdom.
Fucking ew. Oh, okay. That is a 17. My wisdom modifier is a 2. And I will use the 1 luck I just got from that fail to bump it up to a dirty 20.
A dirty 20 is very good. And is 1 better than he rolled.
Good job, good job, good job, good job, good job.
Odion, you are looking at a wall of water. Even in your dark vision, it is like peering into impenetrable static. And then all of a sudden, an eye opens up next to you. Brilliantly yellow-green.
I don't know that I know what the right thing even is anymore. 1,000 years of being shackled down here. Poisons the mind.
Odion puts the pike over his shoulders and hangs his arms on it. You hear his shoulder pop back into place. You gonna keep making excuses? Or are you willing to try and change?
The head whips and Ramshackle slips in the mud at your feet.
I don't want to do this anymore.
All right, Arianna, the rules of the game.
Before we start, don't call me that.
No?
No, my name is Flo. Arianna is my mother.
That she is. All right, Flo, the rules of the game. You are playing opposite me. And as you can see, I am in control of your friends. They are fighting for me in this situation, have been from the start, which leaves you with just the one piece left on the board. Nothing but an undefended king. And it is your move.
Fine. And can I see what is closest to the king at the moment on the board?
You see the Odion piece and the ramshackle piece at the king, basically on the king, sort of right up against it. And you see the cow piece has started sort of moving away. The weevil piece at the moment is off in kind of a left corner.
I'm going to move the king towards Weevil, one space.
Okay. You move the king toward Weevil.
Could you just
Yeah.
And she's kind of just like, with a restrained hand, just pointing with the thing. Left, up, yeah, that one. Yes.
Wonderful. An interesting gambit. Not quite a retreat.
King me. That's right?
Damn.
And as you nudge your king toward the weevil piece, it draws Devue's attention to that piece, which vanishes.
Hey, no cheating.
I assure you that was not my doing.
Forgive me for not believing the devil.
And Weevil, you, fingernails first, rip your way through the wood of these walls.
Oh, Weevil? We haven't finished yet. You're not allowed to bring him here.
Look at this place. It's really nice.
Weevil, it's dangerous here. You really shouldn't be here.
One second, Flo. And I lift a finger. I see the devil vibe, but it's kind of a gilded prison, don't you think? It must be boring being in this room, just sort of sitting around, getting dusty. You want to make a deal?
Flo's like, like trying to like.
The both of you sort of recognize for one beat that he is shocked that this is not supposed to happen. He kind of rolls his shoulders, tightens his bolo tie.
Young Master Woebringer, I was not expecting you for some time.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't talking to you. And then I turn to the gun and I say, help me free her, and you will never sit idle on a shelf again. I swear it. And then I will manifest my shadow into a crowbar and huck it at the case.
Yes!
No roll required.
Yes.
The glass shatters.
Beast. I love it. I fucking love
Flo,
it. Yes.
I believe you have a passive ability.
I do. So.
Yes, of course.
Once you have bonded yourself to this gun, it cannot be removed from you unless you are incapacitated. If it is in the same plane of existence, you can summon the gun as a bonus action on your turn, causing it to teleport instantly to your hand. And I think as the glass smashes, the gun kind of like twitching on its little weird stand inside the glass just blinks and suddenly is in her hand on the chair. She goes, oh, that felt quite good. And then she's going to, now hear me out. What I want to do, if it's in Derringer mode, once I use the Derringer, I can then teleport. I would like to shoot the things that are binding me, grab Weevil, and I would like to hustle this teleport back to where we need to be. If I'm allowed.
That's a lot of rolls.
That's, I mean...
you're asking for... Look, I'm on your side, but you're asking for a lot, player.
I do not think you are going to be able to bring Weevil with you. I think Weevil's going to need to figure out his own way out.
But I don't want to leave.
But I love the rest of this.
Okay.
What you are asking to do to break what is binding you to this place is profound. Because what is tying you to this place is your name. Do you think that Flo would stop to consider that?
It's happening so quickly. It has appeared in her hand, and it is her and the gun twisting to just like trying to get rid of whatever is binding her down. And I think the gun knows more than she does that this is the thing that it needs to destroy to get her out of this place. But she instinctively just allows this to happen because she knows that this will free her. She doesn't know necessarily what it means.
Go ahead and roll me an attack.
19.
Do you have any luck?
1.
You want to make it a 20?
I managed to get that when I rolled a terrible 2 after not knowing how to play chess. So, all right, I'm gonna dirty 20 it again. Let's get to dirty 20 and see what happens.
You were shooting for a 20.
Oh my god!
Wow.
You pull the trigger, and this tiny little gun opens itself up to you. And it ignites, and fire consumes what binds you. It is the white-hot flame that burnt the contract. It is the gun's purest desire. The contract that binds you to this place, that bound you to this chair, this dimension, is undone. As is every other contract that Flo was party to, including the one in which anyone could ever have known you by that name. And you vanish, freed from this banishment spell.
I think just before I do, because I don't realize I'm immediately going to click out of existence at the pull of the trigger. As I pull the trigger, I'm looking at Weevil, and though I don't get a chance to say it, I'm looking at you like, thank you, and also like, we need to get out of here. Like a very grateful but like desperate look as she opens her mouth and just poof.
And before we can see how Weevil reacts, we cut to a dark and infinite space where Flo falls endlessly. And as she does, little glyphs of her name wisp off of her and burn in fire. And you land in a hand. The camera is pushed so far back that you are barely visible, a small white speck in a hand that is 50 foot in span. And you tumble through its fingers. And in your head you hear,
"Well done."
and then you fall through into an infinite black before waking up, coughing, sputtering in the pooling water of the dragon's den.
And she just looks as she's like sitting in this pool of water, just what? And she's just seeing the gold flying around, like Cal, everything.
Everything is fine.
Shit. Whereabouts in the room is she?
You are right by the safe.
Amazing. Do I have any... I'm assuming that's the end of my turn.
That's the
I
end of
can't do
your
anything else. Yeah.
We move to Ramshackle. He rises to his feet in the mud, cocks the hammer of his gun. Good work, Odion. Catching this thing off guard. You got a plan?
At this point, the charm, it's less of a charm and more at this point, Odion has kind of made it into his mind that he's done with the fight that these two old men are having.
Yeah.
And does not answer Ramshackle. He looks to the dragon and he places his pike down. Are you going to stay in the past? As he looks at the dragon, but responds to Ramshackle.
Know what the hell you're talking about, son? All we're doing is staring down the barrel of our future. We are not going to get this shot again.
Still looking at Rip. He makes a fair point.
Hell are you talking about? To hell with it!
And he is going to take a shot at disadvantage at the dragon. That's going to miss. He fires wide.
Weevil fucking Woebringer.
I don't think I know your name.
I have quite a few. It is possible you have heard me referred to as your financier, obtained a view. But I have other older names.
For a while, I think I just look at him. I'm trying to give away as little as possible, but I don't think Weevil is really afraid in this moment.
You have just cost me some considerable grief. But I think you may still have your use yet. Why don't you and I consider a deal?
I'm listening.
You let go of that there shadow of yours and agree to help me in an endeavor that I believe you may be destined to fulfill regardless. And I find a way to give you power beyond your wildest imagination.
I do like power. Could I make a counteroffer? You send me back to my friends right now with my shadow, and I won't tell Flo that she can use that weapon of yours to break your contract with the dragon. Now, what's worth more? Little old me, or an age-old, I don't even know what you'd call it, rivalry?
And what assurances do I have that you will not double-cross me? Slip of the tongue. It's the easiest thing in the world.
You know me. You might not know me personally, but you know of me. I was raised by the Woebringer coven. I know the importance of a deal. And to be honest, I think there would be far greater consequences than you if I were to break such a unholy covenant.
You drive one of the most compelling bargains I've had put on my desk in a long time. Contract appears. And he hands it to you.
You know, I'm almost 100% sure that there's something I'm missing here, and I sort of look to the tear in the wall of the broken woods. I'm like, I think whatever it is, I'll be able to get through it with my party, and I'll sign the contract.
Weevil, as you sign this contract, you feel yourself kind of fading from this place, right? You feel yourself being sent back from whence you came. And you see Flo's name
lift off of the page and just begin to disintegrate. And the last thing that you see as you vanish from this room is Montaigne de View's golden eyes alight. And you hear him say, "What the hell?" And then you vanish.
What in the HE double hockey sticks is going on?
Great Scots! Right?
What in my house is happening here?
Weevil,
Is what he should have said.
you arrive
Nice.
next to Flo.
Hey, you okay?
Oh, well, there goes the calfskin boots. But other than that, I'm fine. Thank you. I mean, wait. What happened? You didn't make a deal, did you?
It's fine. We're fine. I think we should get out of here.
Insight check.
Natural 20.
Oh.
I don't know what this is an insight check for, but that was good.
Yes.
The deal that you just made cannot be binding. You're not sure yet why, but you feel that it has no force over you at all.
Do you still have that contract?
This one? And then the gun, swings round straight to the thing. This one?
Oh man, Weevil.
very handy
I think that even with the natural 20, there is something about making a deal.
As you go to say flow, nothing comes out.
Okay. Maybe just listen to it a little bit more. And I'll point at her derringer. I think it's really yours now.
Yeah. I felt, something click into place, I think. And thank you, by the way, for that, very dashing rescue.
Oh, you're welcome. He immediately goes, beet red.
Incredible.
I'm just going to, with my as I'm blushing, my shadow is going to pick up the contract and hold it sort of teasingly in front of the gun, as if it's baiting it.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Incredible. All right, we're going to get around to that on Flo's turn.
Oh, yes.
Cal, it is your turn. You are back in this room. The top of this building has been ripped off. You can see pretty clearly into the office now. You see Flo and Weevil reappear, and they have this piece of paper that probably is the contract that Rip has been talking about. And you have Nicholas. Give me a death saving throw for Nicholas real quick.
Oh, I was worried you were going to start me with that.
Yep.
14.
One success.
One success. I'll take it. Cal does not look great right now. But she understands the fear in which this dragon is coming from feeling very isolated, feeling like no one's ever going to be there to help, understanding the inability to control one's emotions, to lash out, to be intense, to kind of have this explosion of energy, of magic, of oneself in this. And she's going to counter. Especially hearing Odion call him a 1,000-year-old child. It makes her take a deep breath. As she's flying around in this world when getting pelted by gold and gems, everything that she ever wanted just is what's hurting her in this moment. And she takes a big inhale, and she's going to cast Beacon of Hope. As long as they are within range, it's only 30 feet, she will choose everyone except Ramshackle. In her mind,
Yeah.
her exhale, it's that breath that comes out of her body, the relaxation in her muscles, as she just sends out this calming wave, trying to kind of heal the moment. I know a lot of us don't look great, but the healing part was specific for Nicholas. Sorry
Yeah,
for the rest of you,
sure.
but
100%.
specifically for Nicholas
More
there.
cinematic than
Yeah, it's a little
100%. No,
overkill, but
100%.
Nicholas is everything here.
Yeah.
I think we see a little bit of a haze of these sort of lichen spores, these sort of giant's magic that I'm not even sure Cal is fully aware of, just sort of rise up. And all of you feel a little emboldened in this moment. Flo.
Redacted. Yes.
Emily.
Person playing character.
Yep.
Person playing.
Emily.
Yes.
Your character has her gun pointed at this contract, and it wants to fire.
Accepting that bond and no longer really fearing this gun in the way she did before, and just accepting that this is a part of her and through everything she has experienced, probably will be for the rest of her life. In her hand, as it levels on the contract, it morphs into the biggest, most ugliest shotgun you've ever seen in your existence.
I tell you what.
I love this because Flo is so just dainty of an individual.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine this is like the size of her leg, right? Like,
This tree trunk of a frickin' gun. Double barrel, 2 snake heads open at the ends. And it just belches out at this contract as she pulls the trigger.
I need you to please roll me an attack with this thing.
That is only a 16.
Okay. A 16 does hit. You did not crit, so you are not going to get advantage on this next roll. I need you to please roll me charisma plus proficiency. You are trying to beat an 18.
Everyone's leaning into their cameras as I'm gasping at mine.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Nat 20, baby!
Twin blasts of demonic fire rip from the mouths of your gnarled shotgun. These snakes are going to fucking
Hell yes, baby!
This blast hits the contract, and Weevil, your shadow is like blown 30 feet away.
Sorry!
The contract is suspended in midair, and you see layer after layer after layer of hex and abjuration, clause after clause, these tricks interwoven into the ink, into the weft of the paper. Every angle that the devil could work is devoured. And you smell sulfur in the downpour of rain as your gun is fed for the first time in thousands of years. You feel free in a way that you have never even imagined. And what begins as a feeling of lightness, you are free from your name, you are free from obligation, you are free from this role that you have had to play, eventually becomes unbearable as you are awash in freedom from consequence. For one brief and glorious moment, you touch a world of pure, unbridled, devilish anarchy. And through the gun, it feels good.
And she just spins in a circle through the rain and through the water, just like arms up and out. Oh! Fuck you, mother! Fuck you, father!
All right, well, glad you feel better. We're not done yet. There's still that, and I point at the dragon, and Ramshackle's firing blindly into the dark.
The contract is gone. And you see a golden mist lift off of the dragon. And he thrashes his wings, turns his attention toward you, cocks his head.
It's done. It's done. After 1,000 years, it's fucking done.
And he starts to take off to fly away.
That motherfucker.
Excuse me.
Odion, you and Ramshackle both get attacks of opportunity as he leaves your threatened area.
Odion put his pike down.
You gonna let it go?
Yeah.
Ramshackle, I'm just gonna make a little insight check. I'm just gonna make a little insight check. That's a nat 1. I swear to fucking God, that's a nat 1.
Finally.
Ramshackle fires. And the last thing that we see in the dragon's den are the buck tusks of Ripthorn close around Ramshackle as he is devoured whole. And then the dragon flies away. And while we cut to black in this moment, I want to go around the table and I want to get a sense of one final freeze frame from each of you. We're going to go in initiative order. So we're starting with Weevil.
In this dark, muddy pit with the rain coming down, I think Weevil looks up at the dragon. This thing that some people didn't even believe existed, that was the goal of becoming an adventurer, disappearing into the night sky. And then he looks around and he sees his party standing with him. And I think he takes solace in that. And quietly, I think he just smiles a little bit.
When she hits the ground, this maelstrom finally quieted. It's like an actual stillness is among Cal. Like she's never had like a quiet mind, a still body. Like she's just always moving, always active, always tired. Something is always tense. And she finds herself just collapsed, floating on these few inches of water, just staring up. She's just alive, and that's enough right now.
She is slow motion, kicking the water, prancing around, enjoying the rain. She is holding onto the gun as firmly as the gun is holding onto her in this moment. She looks at the people around her, grinning, glad that they're okay, but also just feeling different. She's not... Who was that? She can't remember. She's not them anymore. And she frowns and she pauses for a moment as she realizes that that's missing. And that concerns her, that she can't remember what her name is. And so she's there, and you just see her dancing, slowing to a stop.
For the first time in his life, being trained for a moment to face any monster, Odion went against the grain. He went against what he was told was the best option for something different. And he trusted his own opinion. He trusted the people around him. And it worked. He's looking around. The ground literally littered in fortunes untold. He now has witnesses to him and his companions defeating the dragon. Because he trusted in the people around him and himself. They have all become some of the most powerful people in Basin City.
And to that end, I would like you to each please roll me 5d10.
5d10.
God,
That's so
Math.
many.
that's a lot.
38.
30.
32.
36.
You each make it out of the lair formerly belonging to the dragon with 1,360 gold apiece.
A piece each.
What?
Hot damn.
How even carry this?
If I need to take some of the gold back, I'm fine with that. I want Adelin's body along with that.
You can do that. You don't have to
Okay,
leave any
okay.
gold. You guys can get Adelin's body back out. You also find amongst your possessions the following items. Weevil, you still have the hagstone.
Mm-hmm.
Cal, you still have the journal that diagrams how to form a union.
Amazing.
Odion, you're not really sure how this managed to make its way back up with you, but you do have that heron statuette. And Emily, I'm going to leave this to be your choice.
Oh.
Do you want the newspaper announcement of your parents' wedding?
No.
Do you want to destroy it?
I don't think she has any kind of need to destroy it. I just don't think it matters to her. Could I ask for just a small thing?
What's up?
Flo, just a tiny thing. Sorry, Flo. She's asking or hoping to the GM gods just for one tiny thing, right?
Yeah,
Nothing.
pitch
It's
me.
nothing huge. It's really just a token. It's the smallest. You won't even notice, right?
Uh-huh.
She wants the mansion.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The whole.
There's
The one missing
almost
the roof?
underground.
there's almost none of it left.
That's fine.
You
She can
cannot
build it.
get it out of this space.
She's not going to get it out. She wants to have an underground bat cave.
Fuck.
It's really good to have a headquarters.
miles.
Roll me. All right,
Hundreds
here,
of
here,
miles.
here.
The
Here's
Kobold
okay.
Defense League can help her rebuild it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna roll me the better of investigation or survival.
Oh, Lord. All right, let's see. Investigation, not great. Survival, even worse. Okay, so...
I'm not helping.
I was just like, I'm going to do this as a joke, but now I'm invested. So I'm going to see what happens.
Rolls are involved. We're far too deep.
All right, no joke.
Yeah.
I got a 19, and I have
Okay.
one luck to
Okay.
get me to a dirty 20.
gonna take
I
it
know
to a
this
20?
has happened a lot today.
Are you gonna take it to a 20? Are you gonna take it to a 20?
do
Okay.
it.
Take it to a 20.
You find the deed.
Stop it! Yes! I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that bad boy.
That is
I'll take the deed.
that is the thing you get to take away from
Yes, I'm very happy.
this. Incredible.
Winner.
Incredible.
Of Rip Durkin.
Yes.
You all make it back to the surface and are more successful beyond your wildest imaginings. And we're going to get a sense for how that looks on you here in a minute. But before we do, Emily, your character, nameless, is also perfectly hidden. Over the course of several weeks, you lie low. And very quickly, you are sort of taken into the fold. Professor Oltengo of the Convent of the Fabled Thief, who does your entries into the ledger, offers you some respite at a safe house while you sort of see what's going on. And it becomes clear to you that your grandfather cannot find you without your name.
Sweet.
And neither can anyone else. And so weeks go by, 8 of them, 2 whole months, before Emily, your character, decides that it is time to pick a new name. Weevil, on the day that you have been told to show up to the Convent of the Fabled Thief, about 2 months after you have made it out of the lair, you arrive and knock at the door, and we see Professor Oltengo, high as balls, greet you warmly. How has Weevil changed in those 2 months?
I think after the events of the dragon and its lair, Weevil has slowed down a little bit, but with the intention of ramping up. And Weevil has privately, without letting anyone else know, has been researching devils. He also is aware of the fact that he has made a very powerful enemy in a devil that he knows nothing about. So he is trying to prepare for either what is coming or what I think Weevil hopes they will bring to whatever this thing is once he figures out what it is. I think whenever possible, he has been trying to spend time with Cal and with Odion and with Emily's character. And if they allow it, he would just literally just be around. I think Weevil wants them to be an adventuring party. And that is as big a priority to him now as learning about this devil, as becoming a powerful hero. It seems synonymous with all of his other goals. It seems like this is important. But just trying to become a part of their lives.
Next to arrive is Cal. And I'm curious, how have the intervening 2 months changed you?
Initially very quiet for Cal. She doesn't know what to do with this much money. It has never presented to herself as any kind of idea that she'd have this much available to her. And so for a while just sits in the corner of their home. Not even paying off any bills, just like kind of under the mattress kind of style for her, because it's uncomfortable. She doesn't have any expertise around it. What if she uses it wrong? So instead of using it all, she just keeps it hidden away. But on her back pocket at all times, she does have that journal. She's been flipping through it, while those coins sit idle, useless to her right now. That journal is well read. Pages bookmarked, highlighted. She's getting ideas. But it's taken her a while, and she holds on to that. I think for the coins, I think she'd probably look at how far those coins could go eventually. I don't think in 2 months' time that she'd know what to do yet, but I think she's starting to plan in her mind what freedom really looks like for her family, for people in the mud.
As Cal is making those thoughts, Odion would be walking, same outfit as the first time he met Cal and her family. Knock on the door, meets with the family, and he's, my name is Odion Osprey-Heronshaw. Friends with Cal, I believe you dropped this. He will take out the bag that she threw at him the first time they met, and it is filled with the gold needed to keep the home afloat. Not only that, but Odion would also start making the processes to make sure that the mud is compensated the way that it should for folks to live a comfortable life and still do what they need to do.
She'll take that bag. If I can play off of that for a second.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
She's going to open it and she's going to pull out 2 of those gold coins. This one's yours. Fate, if you will. And this one's mine. She'll find some twine and loop it through each. I imagine like the gold coin has like a little opening in the middle of it. And she'll loop it through both. You wear yours and you don't lose it. Deal?
Yes, Cal, but I'm pretty sure the fee was 19 more of these if I get unconscious again.
All right. The 2 of you are still wearing these pieces of gold as you and Weevil are led into the convent and down a back staircase. And down the back staircase and down that back staircase And after a while, you start to hear some noise, some music from behind a wall, sort of distant, muffled, and eventually Professor Oltengo opens up a door and you are shown into a speakeasy that, here in the early afternoon is not maybe as raucous as it normally would be. But it is still pretty well attended. There are people from the bazaar doing deals and having a sort of pre-work drink. For the last few months, Emily, your character has been hiding out amongst the underground
Love that for her.
of Basin City. And you have learned many things. You have learned that Professor Oltengo is sort of the entry point for magic parts that eventually get turned into drugs.
Who fucking knew? Jesus
Literal
Christ.
shocker.
And that's one of their biggest clients is Gertrude, who is also typically the wholesaler for your friend, Gary.
Gary, yeah.
As a matter of fact, you see Gary from time to time hanging
Love
out
Gary.
in this space, and you have kind of made it yours. And I want to know, how have the last 2 months changed you?
I have cut my hair. It is short and tucked in that 1920s bob that you would see. And I'm really leaning in to the Gatsby. You know what I mean?
It's giving Phryne Fisher, which is
Yeah.
a reference I don't expect anyone on
100%.
in this room to get.
And honestly, I've been making the most of not having a name. Works well in the underground. When you start making deals, start climbing the ladder, when the boss is nameless. They can't find you if they don't know who you are.
I think as useful as it has been to move in abject invisibility, it's a little tedious not being able to be referred to. And so I think today is the day. And your friends have arrived, as a matter of fact. Weevil first.
Weevil, darling! Oh, mwah, mwah. Oh, Cal! Oh, don't you look precious? Odion?
How's it going, sis?
Well, thank you for coming.
There's gonna be like cake afterwards, right?
100%. Gerald! Cake!
We made it!
No pixie dust this time.
We made it!
Just sprinkle it onto the icing, makes it a little
Now, when you say cake, it's the actual, baked good. It's not
Yes.
code for any... Okay.
Yes. Sometimes I just like to sprinkle it on the top, but anyway.
It's so nice to see everyone together.
Feels kind of weird, actually. Feels like last time we were all together, it was stressful. We didn't look so good. Everything hurt all over.
That was 90% of our encounters with one another.
Yeah, which
So-
is why I'm saying it feels kind of weird.
Yeah, but
That is
next
true.
adventure we go on, we'll get right back into feeling all of those things again, I'm sure.
Well, speak for yourself about the not looking good. Anyway. But I have missed you. Here, and she's going to pour champagne in everyone's glass, and she's going to stand.
Wait, is this drug too?
No.
Okay.
I really should probably cut back. Anyway, she's going to hold out her glass. I would like to do a toast. I'd like to introduce you to
Bonnie!
Scarab mistress.
what?
Mel.
Timothea!
Mel.
Mel's nice.
Mel is not nice. It's so boring.
Killer
Snake
badass
fire.
Like, if I'm in a battle,
Sound effects
I
have
say
to be
Mel.
included
Death
each
Fang.
time.
Very fast. Very
As you
fast,
all
very to the point.
are throwing names one atop another, you are interrupted by a thin black woman in a thick black coat who bears a distant familial resemblance to Odion. In one hand, she has a stack of papers, and the other rests in her vest pocket, thumb hooked around her well-used pocket watch chain. All right. Put it there. And she looks at Emily's character, hands you a pen. Got it all lined up for you, boss.
And with a flourish with like some ridiculous golden quill, sign my name.
We make something out of nothing. If you believe, hold on tight, screaming to the night. Make it all glow. Dress up the shit inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. Trauma in every cell. No wonder. Don't stand a chance as we dance. Lay down, bend or give in. I'll take your skin. Naked among them sins. Let go of what has been and make it all glow. Dress up the shit inside. You're part of your eyes. Let it all show. Pave the way for the ones behind. Be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out. I said, be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out.
Montaigne de Vue rises from behind his desk at Old Scratch Capital. His bolo tie has fallen slack. His alabaster hair stands at end, and his golden eyes still burn with rage. Smoke billows from his nostrils and bathes his battlefield chessboard, obscuring its pieces. Weevil, Cal, Odion, and one unattached, unadorned pawn. The game is lost. The contract of 1,000 years is void. The dragon is free. And the gun? The gun has slipped through his devilish grasp once again. In silent, slow motion, we see him flip the chessboard. We linger on the dragon's king as it tumbles through the haze, no longer bound to the 2-inch grid. De Vue's pale right hand reaches for a glass of whiskey. The amber liquid boils against his lips as he throws it back. Sharp nails rake his wiry hair back into place. The bolo tie is tightened. Rings are adjusted, and a dusty red coat is donned in a flourish. We follow him out the door and down to a private cable car destined for the heavens. With demonic fury, De Vue rips away at the abjurative seals guarding the front door of Osprey Manor. He stalks the halls, lithe and patient, shoving each door open with a flick. At last he finds his daughter, a porcelain creature perched atop a porcelain stool, gazing into a porcelain vanity. She turns. "Daddy! So good of you to drop by after so long."
"Where is she?"
Arianna Osprey turns back and continues removing her eyeliner. For a tense moment, she does not respond. 20 years. De Vue shifts, uncertain of her meaning. It's been 20 years since I've heard from you. Such a long time to neglect your daughter, don't you think? Gosh, but I do believe it was on my wedding day when I saw you last. You remember, don't you, Daddy?
"Where
is she?
Arianna pulls a pin from her sterling hair, setting it to tumble. 20 years since you sold me to that Osprey bastard. Such a bore. 20 years of spit and venom that might even put you to shame, Daddy. A plaything. A pawn. For 20 miserable years so that you might line your coffers. She stands and brandishes her hairpin like a teacher might a ruler. Do you know just what kept me home throughout such a tiring ordeal? One single, delicious thought. She jabs his chest with the pin. That you will never find her. The Misfortunate Four is an Unbalanced Encounters production. This episode's showrunner and GM was me, Patrick Perini. Cal of Ironwater was played by Caustic Phoenix. Arianna Floridia Osprey II was played by Emily Graymore. Odion Osprey-Heronshaw was played by Craig Pate. Weevil Woebringer was played by Cinderblock Sally. The voice of the Dream Devil was Aram Varshin. And midroll announcer Ferrin Whel was voiced by Cleo Birch. This episode was produced by Sabrina Ortiz. Its Lorekeeper was Nick Plaisance. Scripted segments by Patrick Perini and Colin Epstein. Game design consultation by Mason Allen. And original music by Sayer Roberts. For the rest of the Misfortunate Four and other delightful shows, visit unbalancedencounters.com or search for Unbalanced Encounters wherever pods are casted. Okay, we love you, bye!